guys, it's your girl Jade Ashley, and I want to welcome you back to an all new video of When the Beat Drops. And like always, you know I'm here to give you my 5 hottest beats and music of this week, so of course you know you gotta stay tuned for more. Okay y'all, it has been a minute. I have missed doing this. I know there is so much that has been going on that I have not been around to talk about, but you know, it's a new year, 2023. It's still January. I think we off to a good start. We back, we better. So yeah, let's really just dive into the 5 hottest beats in music, or my 5 hottest beats of music within this past week. And yeah, I'm ready to get into it. So my first beat of this week, I have to talk about Miss Lola Brooke. So for those who know me, for those who don't know me, born and raised in Brooklyn, New York all day, every day. So any and everybody that comes out of Brooklyn and you know they're successful and you know they just have their moment, I absolutely love to see it. And right now Lola Brooke, she is definitely having her moment. So first and foremost, shout outs to Lola Brooke, because she's literally one of the hottest things coming out of New York City right now, and she's from my borough, which is Brooklyn. So please understand, I'm absolutely here for it. So this week the news came out that Lola Brooke, she has now signed with Arista Records, which is like legendary. Like they've been responsible for so many like legends within the game. So when I seen that, I was like, okay, shout outs to her. And yeah, I want to say, and I actually forgot about this, but the first time I ever seen her, she had this viral video on social media, like I don't even know how long ago, like a few years ago, like maybe 2-3 years ago, something like that, where she was kind of like, and I think it was a skit or whatever, and she was like hanging off like the side of like some truck or whatever, and the dude was like, you know, get off my car, blah 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 blah, and she was like acting like the crazy girlfriend. So like that was the first time I ever seen her, because that video was going around, and when I was looking at her page, I saw that she was a rapper and all of this other stuff. And I'm not gonna act like I'm like so in tune with like the underground rapper scene or whatever the case may be. That's not it. But I do know I remember seeing her on that video, and I remember going to a page and I've like seen her. So like I heard her name before, and I've seen her here and there on social media, but just kind of see like, you know, she kept on going. You know, she got this really hot record, which is the Don't Play With It. She released that record like a year ago, or what, we're in 2023 now, so like I'm talking in 2022 terms. So I think that she released that like maybe 2021 or whatever. But yeah, just to see that record just kind of like get big, and you know she's really getting the recognition she's, you know, got going on right now. I absolutely love her tone. Like, I'm from New York, I'm from Brooklyn, I say it all the time, but I just really like, especially when people have like that real, just like that real raw type of sound, and she definitely has that. She definitely lets people know that she displays lyricism. So just to kind of just see her having her moment and see her coming up, she represents for Brooklyn. She lets everybody know that the Brooke in her name is for Brooklyn. I'm absolutely here for it. So yeah, shout outs to her. She got she's still with her smaller label, I think is something with 80. I'm gonna put the name of her label because I was watching a couple of her interviews. So something, her lower, no, I don't want to say her lower label, excuse me, but her starter label, and a label that, you know, she kind of came up under, you know, 80 something. So they have like a joint deal with Arista and then her label. And you know, I'm just happy to see her doing her thing. I'm happy to see her come up. I'm happy to see, you know, she's getting recognition not only just here in New York but outside of New York as well. And I'm excited to see like what she has, you know, going on next. So again, shout out to Lola Brooke, Brooklyn all day, every day. And yeah. Okay guys, so let's dive into my second beat of this week. And for my second beat, I have to talk about Miss SZA. So this week she dropped the music video to her song Kill Bill, which actually appears on her latest album SOS, which dropped last month in December. And first and foremost, I just want to say I'm so glad that SZA dropped a new album. I know that after she dropped her debut album, she was like, I don't want to say scared, but very hesitant, because, you know, obviously as an artist there's like so much criticism but also praise at the same time from like people who like judge your work. So I know there was at one point in time she said she didn't want to sing no more. A lot of people were judging her voice as in terms of like, you know, her live vocals. She developed her vocals more and stuff like that. So first and foremost, just shout outs to her, because SOS as a total project is absolutely mwah. It's a masterpiece, and like so many people gave her praise and was like so happy for her and stuff like that when she dropped her album last month. So that's first and foremost. Second of all, her music video for Kill Bill, obviously given the title, it's an ode to the movie Kill Bill. And I just think that her visuals for this album is like top notch. She definitely stepped up her visuals. So obviously you can't do a song Kill Bill and like not have like the Kill Bill theme going on. So that's exactly what this music video was about. She had Vivica A. Fox make a cameo in the music video because obviously Vivica A. Fox, she was in Kill Bill. So yeah, everything about it was just amazing. Obviously I'm sure during the fight scene she had a stunt double, but I just kind of feel like the video just obviously goes with the song so well. And there's like so many songs from her SOS album that actually went viral on TikTok. So I mean, I think that definitely kind of helped with the success of the album as well. I'm gonna tell y'all, so many times, so many artists, they kind of shy away from, oh, I don't make TikTok music. And I think I said this on my channel before, but I'm gonna say it again. A lot of people, they kind of shy away from, oh, I don't make TikTok music or whatever, but TikTok will literally help your album sales, will help your popularity as an artist. I literally just talked about Lola Brooke and I said that technically the Don't Play With It was not a new record, but the song went viral on TikTok that contributed to her success, and so happy for her. So the same thing with SZA. So Hate You, I remember when Hate You started going viral on TikTok, and I think that was something she just dropped that was on what's this thing called, SoundCloud. She dropped it on SoundCloud and it became like a really big deal. So a lot of the records that's on her album are like viral on TikTok right now. Snooze is one of the biggest records that's viral on TikTok as well as on the radio. So shout out to SZA. I love her development as an artist, and I'm so excited for this, you know, new chapter within her artistry. So yeah, shout out to SZA. My third beat of this week, I have to talk about 50 Cent issuing an apology or some sort of an apology to Megan Thee Stallion. So like I said, I've been going for a hot little minute, so it was so much shit that happened that I should have talked about that I didn't talk about, but we can kind of touch on it a little bit within this topic. So this week 50 Cent, he was doing press and he had an interview with Big Boy in the Neighborhood, and during that interview he kind of released, or he kind of said his version of a public apology to Megan Thee Stallion. So as you guys know, late last month, which was only about like a good 3 weeks ago, Megan Thee Stallion, you know, her trial, or Tory Lanez's trial for shooting Megan Thee Stallion kind of happened, and not kind of happened, it actually did happen. And in the end, Megan Thee Stallion, she kind of walked away with a victory because the jury, they found Tory Lanez guilty. And you know, there's so many opinions that came with that. A lot of people said that Megan was lying. There were people who were on Megan's side and said she wasn't lying. I personally kind of felt like, and what I didn't like when it came to people's opinion about the situation, is a lot of people, they overlooked the fact that she was shot. I always said that no matter what people said, you know, however they felt, they chose their side and blah blah blah. But I feel like a lot of people just overlooked the fact that Megan was shot. If it was anything that was not a lie, it was the fact that the girl was shot. There was so much proof. She showed you her injuries. There was documents that were released showing that she had bullet fragments. People were like, well, where did the bullet fragments go? Regardless, it was in her foot at one point in time. But a lot of people overlooked at the fact that the girl was shot. And one person who did that was 50 Cent. So as the trial was going on and stuff like that, 50, he actually shared a meme to social media, and the meme was pretty much like a Boys in the Hood type of reference. So everybody done seen Boys in the Hood, and everybody knows that when Ricky got shot, you know, he seen the dudes in the car and he started running away. So that was kind of like the meme. And it was like Tory in the car and Megan like running and stuff like that. And eventually, during his interview, 50 Cent, he said, you know what, I want to issue a apology to Megan because, you know, I was wrong. And he explained why he thought she was lying. He thought she was lying because when she did her interview with Gayle King and Gayle asked her if she was, you know, I had a sexual relationship with Tory, Megan said no. Now, yes, Megan did lie about that, but and eventually, like, once the trial was going on and stuff like that, she kind of did admit that, you know, things were sexual between her and Tory at a certain point or whatever. But I mean, regardless of her personal relationship with Tory in terms of like whether or not they were sexual, that had nothing to do with the fact that she actually had gotten shot. So yeah, there were so many focal points, or there were so many, you know, instances where people were focusing on one part of the story and not the main part of the story, which was the fact that she was shot. And somebody, you know, had to kind of like, I guess, you know, pay the consequences for her being shot. So, you know, 50 Cent apologized for that, and then he said what kind of sealed the deal for him was, you know, after the trial was over, a lot of the evidence that was presented in court, you know, was released publicly. And one of those things that was released was Tory Lanez's phone call to her former friend Kelsey. Kelsey's another situation, but the phone calls was released, and you know, we kind of heard, you know, what happened after that situation, and Tory, you know, just being kind of like remorseful and apologizing and stuff like that. So 50 said that when he heard that phone call, he was like, all right, yeah, you know, that he was in the wrong with that situation. And even just the development on the Tory Lanez side of the situation. Obviously, Tory, he has been in jail since he was found guilty, and he was scheduled to be sentenced on January 27th, but his sentencing date has been pushed back all the way to February 28th because he has now a new legal team. He has acquired the same legal team that worked with Suge Knight. I think they was also like the same legal team that kind of got Snoop Dogg off in his, you know, trial and stuff or whatever that happened back in the 90s. So, you know, they're kind of like getting acquainted with the case and stuff like that. And I think they're preparing to actually ask the judge for like a new trial and stuff. So instead of Tory Lanez being sentenced on, sentenced at the end of this month, he will be sentenced at the end of February. And then I know also this week Tory Lanez's dad he kind of spoke out. He's been doing a lot of speaking and just a lot of, you know, reactions since Tory was found guilty. And one of the things he did was release a video, or he was on live or something like that, and he pretty much just said that Tory and their family forgive Megan, you know, everything is Roc Nation's fault and all of that other stuff. So yeah, that situation is very much interesting. And I think though, you know, Tory has been found guilty, I feel like that situation is definitely far from over. We haven't heard or seen from Megan since, but our birthday, y'all know Megan, she's my birthday twin. Our birthday is literally a month away. So, I just think, and I hope that she's in a good space, you know, mentally and stuff, because there was a lot that went on with that situation, and she had to endure a lot. And this 50 Cent situation is just, you know, another example to have, you know, one of hip-hop heads just kind of like make fun of your situation. I know definitely messed with her mentally, but it was really a good thing to see 50 Cent issue some sort of apology and stuff like that, because y'all know 50 Cent is the biggest troll. He don't apologize, he don't care. And yeah, so shout out to 50 for, you know, being, you know, big enough to say, you know, I was wrong within that situation. But other than that, we will move on. And if y'all hear planes in the background, please ignore that. I live by the airport, and yeah, I hear planes 24/7. And actually what was funny is there was like some situation with the FAA earlier this week. So at a specific point in time, no planes were allowed to fly throughout the country because there was like a computer outage. So when I was hearing that was going on, I said, you know what, it's actually pretty silent. And it was early in the morning too, and I was working, so I was like, it's pretty silent right now because I'm not hearing no planes. So I literally hear planes at every 10 to 15 minutes. So if y'all hear it, definitely please ignore it. We focus, we here, okay? So like I was saying, we're gonna move on to my fourth beat of this week, and I have to talk about Miss GloRilla and Moneybagg Yo with their new record and music video for On Wat U On. Okay, I had to read the title just to make it, but On Wat U On. And I'm gonna let y'all know, this new GloRilla and Moneybagg Yo, I was prepared not to like it, only just because I was listening to what people were saying on social media. But I love the music video, I love the song, I love the whole vibe. I cannot relate to it, and I can't, you know, say I resonate what was going on about what the record is about, but I absolutely love it. So first and foremost, shout out to CMG, because, you know, GloRilla, she had a really big 2022. You know, FNF blew up and went viral. They banked on it, and, you know, they seen it as an opportunity to sign her. They signed her, developed her as an artist. I'm sure she's still probably going through artist development as we speak, but, you know, just to see her development and just kind of see how, you know, she's working as an artist, and, you know, they're pairing her with certain artists and stuff like that, and she's getting these hit records. It's a really dope thing to see. So you know, she teamed up with her label mate Moneybagg Yo, and they have this record called On What You On. It is ratchet as hell, but it works just because I feel like so many people who are in relationships, who are in toxic relationships, who are in those make up to break up type of relationships, they can definitely relate to this record. Again, I can't, but I love it. And I think my favorite thing about this, and I will say that, you know, a music video for me can make me like or dislike a song, and I think the music video made me like this song more. I was watching people say stuff about the record on social media. They didn't like, you know, GloRilla's, you know, flow. You know, once in a while they'll sit here and say, oh, I'm so sick and tired of this rapper, their flow don't switch up. But I kind of feel like the flow that we know her to have is definitely working for this record. So but my favorite thing about the music video, back to the music video, is that it's an ode to Baby Boy. Baby Boy, black cinema classic, and like literally from start to finish, it just has like that whole, just the scene, the arguing and stuff like that. So the vibe that Baby Boy gives with, you know, Jody and Yvette, it works for the record. So I love the record. Anything that Moneybagg Yo pretty much touches at this point, he's in this point in his career where just about everything that he does is going to be like a hit record. You know, GloRilla, she's, you know, inching up to that and stuff. So I love the song. Can't relate to it. I'm gonna say that again. Can't relate to it, but I love this song and I absolutely love the video. It was just genius. Like, it's just genius, and I kind of feel like it's gonna be one of them records, especially when the summertime come around and, you know, everybody want to be single or whatever, and, you know, hot girl summer, and, you know, the city boys trying to be up and all of this other stuff. I think that's the time that record is really gonna blow big. So shout out to TMG, shout out to Moneybagg Yo, shout out to GloRilla, because I definitely think they got a good one on their hands for sure. But other than that, we're gonna move on to my last beat of this week, and I'm really excited about this one because I absolutely love, you know, when I hear new artists, and I love when I hear new artists who are really talented at what they do, and they got new music that just kind of just makes me just like, yes. So the artist that I want to talk about is this group called Flow. So I was in the kitchen, I was cooking this week, you know, I'm trying to get back into cooking, you know, meal prepping or whatever. I'm trying to change my life around, and I had my AirPods in because I was listening to the R&B Now playlist on Apple Music, and there was this one record that was just playing, and I had to pick up my phone and like look at who is this. So the group that I just mentioned, Flow, they have this record called Losing You, and when I tell you, it is like feel good R&B. Like, it just is like, it was just so good. Like, I literally listened to the song like probably 3 or 4 times back to back. It was definitely one of those love at first listens for me, and I was like, I have to figure out, like, I have to like look into who these girls are because I've never heard of them before, and I might be late to the party, but I think that their notoriety here in the States just might be starting to boom and stuff like that, because even looking at like their YouTube and like looking at like their artists, you know, profile and stuff like that on Apple, like they literally just started releasing stuff in like 2020, and it was like mid 2020 at that. They wasn't like releasing stuff, or at least here, you know, in the US we haven't really heard. So I would say that they're still relatively new, in my opinion, based on my research, and they're definitely off to a good start. So when listening to the rest of their music outside of Losing You, I was like, they remind me of the real life version of Take 3, and even then I don't even want to say Take 3 wasn't real life. It's just the fact that Take 3 is from Star. Y'all know I love Star. Still devastated that Fox canceled Star. You know, I think they might be doing something, I don't know, but hopefully justice for Star, justice, hopefully that they come back. But in the meantime, I feel like Flow is like the real life version of the group from Star, which is Take 3, which is, you know, Alex, Simone in Star, which is played by Drew Demerose. I think that's how I pronounce her last name right, but Drew Demerose, Ryan Destiny, and what's the little sister name? Jesus, Brittany O'Grady. Yes. And they just remind me of Take 3 from Star. Like, they just, the fact that it's 3 girls, the complexion, like, you can literally find a Star, a Alex, and a Simone within this group. And the music just sounds alike. I love the music from Star. Like, I literally have a whole playlist of my favorite songs from Star. So I was like, let me check out some of their live performances. Their harmonies, like real life, like it just sounds so good, and I just absolutely love them. I've been listening to them. I already added them to like my R&B playlist. Like, they are so good. So I don't know if I'm late to the party. Definitely comment below and let me know if you were hip to Flow. If you weren't hip to Flow, definitely check them out. You know, not a lot of girl groups are going around and stuff like that. They are from the UK, like I said, so I don't know if like the music scene is a little bit different, but when I tell you the harmonies, just the music, like it's just giving real R&B. Like, I absolutely love it. So shout outs to Flow. But other than that, those are my 5 hot beats of this week. Okay guys, so I want to thank you for tuning into this week's video, and of course, you know, I have to end every single video by reminding you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It will greatly be appreciated. And y'all know I cannot leave this video without giving y'all my song of the week. So my song of the week is gonna have to go to Flow, Losing You. I literally just talked about them on the last beat, and when I tell y'all I absolutely love them, I really mean it. Losing You, when I first heard it, I listened to it back to back. Then I went to go see the music video, which literally dropped like maybe 2 to 3 weeks ago, so it's still relatively new. The music video reminds me of Destiny's Child Emotions. So not only is the vocals there, but the visuals is there. I absolutely love it. So once again, my song of the week is Flow, Losing You. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll check y'all next time. So bye. Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to share and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.